Hi friends, Zoe here, and today I'm super excited because I'm going to be talking to you all about things that I stopped buying since becoming more of a minimalist. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. I make videos on minimalism, veganism, following my dreams to Italy, so if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I definitely recommend it because it's an awesome family here and I'd love to have you on the channel. So without further ado, let's get started on things that I stopped buying. So to start things off, I'm going to talk to you all about clothing. I stopped buying clothing. I used to go shopping to the mall, to little boutiques as almost like escapism because I was feeling overworked and tired and I needed something, felt that I needed something to kind of pick me up. So I stopped buying clothes, obviously. I kind of evolved the way I thought about shopping malls. So like I said, I used to go there as escape. I used to like looking into the store windows and looking at all of the clothing. But then I started to realize that in a way it was almost overwhelming because I wasn't sure about what I wanted to buy, what exactly I was looking for. I was just mindlessly walking through the malls as an escape and trying to find something to brighten my day. So I stopped buying clothes as a minimalist because I realized that having less and less in my closet and within my belongings actually made me feel a lot better. I like to be able to know what I'm going to wear the next day because I only have a certain amount of pieces that I really enjoy wearing and I absolutely love, and they definitely bring me joy. There would be times when I would go to the mall and buy a couple shirts even without trying them on. And then I would bring them home. I'd maybe wear them a couple times, throw them in the wash. Maybe they weren't the best quality, and then I almost forgot about them. So with a minimalist wardrobe, I definitely know the clothing that I have, and if I'm missing something, I know exactly what I'm looking for so that when I go shopping to the mall, to a boutique, to wherever, I know what I need because it just fits into my capsule wardrobe. If you guys are interested in my wardrobe, I'm going to link the video of everything I packed to move to Italy for 1 year, which is basically all the clothing that I own, and I'm also going to link my cleaning out my closet video below to help you out too. I also stopped buying clothing with logos on it. A logo of a brand, say on your bag or on a shirt, it doesn't define you as a person. It doesn't make you a better person because you own, say, a Louis Vuitton bag. I actually sold my Louis Vuitton bag and never looked back since. I feel like as a minimalist, I don't want people looking at the things that I own. I really like this simplicity of the style that I have now, which is I wear mostly black or white or basic colors without logos because I want people to see something else. And I hope that you out there watching don't feel like you need to kind of keep up with the Joneses and constantly have a new purse or a new shirt or style of clothing that came out by a specific brand. You can own your own individual style and have a beautiful, simplistic wardrobe. And the way that you piece things together is a work of art on its own. It doesn't need to be plastered with labels. So those are my tips on clothing. So like I mentioned, I stopped going to the mall and buying and consuming a lot of clothes because once you get to know your minimalist wardrobe quite well, you feel like you have enough. And then when you are missing a piece, you know exactly what you're looking for. So it keeps you out of the malls in that way, keeps you out of that mindless kind of zombie buying. And then also I mentioned things without logos. So next, I actually don't own a TV. I don't really watch TV. If I'm looking for something to watch, I'll normally watch YouTube and or a few documentaries here and there, which also means that I don't pay for Netflix anymore. So after becoming a minimalist, I ex-nayed on the Netflix because even though it's only a few dollars per month to buy, was I really taking advantage of it? No, because I like to feed my mind with things that I'm learning about and interested in that moment. And for Canadian Netflix anyways, I mean, I've watched all the alien documentaries on there, so I'm watching everything I want to watch on YouTube. And also I kind of feel like television in general, you are constantly being targeted by advertisements and commercials that are there to kind of make you feel like you need to buy something. And I know there are advertisements on YouTube, but you can choose to skip through most of them, and for the most part they aren't as convincing as those ones on TV. So I decided to quit Netflix to save those, $6, $8 a month, whatever it is. I also stopped watching television because of advertisements, and I also feel like it's kind of negative for the most part. You're skipping through and there's something on the news that might be upsetting. I choose not to stimulate my mind with those types of things. I also like to spend my time doing things that make me feel better as a person, whether this be learning, like I mentioned, through documentaries, if I'm going to watch something, or whatever topic I'm interested in that time, or watching my friends on YouTube. So jewelry and accessories. I also stopped buying jewelry and accessories. I used to go to, say, Forever 21 or an H&M and see, you know, little earrings here and there and felt like I needed to buy them, and I'd spend, you know, $10, $12. And these types of jewelry actually aren't good for me because I do tend to have allergic reaction to them, but they're also cheap. So you lose them, they wreck, you wear them in the shower once on accident and they get all gross. I have minimized my jewelry collection to a few pieces that are good quality and I know what they are. Like I mentioned, similar to my wardrobe, whenever I know what I'm going to wear, I know exactly what to piece my jewelry with. So I'm not one to go to H&M and be drawn to that type of jewelry because I know that it's not good quality and it won't last me and it's just a waste of my money. So next, I stopped buying facial products that I don't need and makeup that I don't need. I used to go to Sephora and search for something to brighten my day, say a new face mask or a new lipstick, things that I didn't need. It kind of goes along with that zombie shopping that I talked about. I was looking for something to stimulate me, brighten my day, and the truth is, I just wound up with a collection of things that I wasn't using. I'd have a whole bunch of random face masks that it takes forever to get through. These things are easy to accumulate, and the truth is you only need the basics. It's probably best for your skin too, not to keep switching things up all the time. And if makeup's something that you're interested in and that's a hobby for you, that's great because that's something that you're really interested in. And that could be like a career move for you, but for me personally, I was just going shopping mindlessly to collect these things. So I stopped buying makeup and facial products that I don't need. I stick to what I have, I use them until they're finished, and then I go buy something else. So books. I stopped buying books. I have a few books. I think I have about 5 or 6 books that I reread consistently, and most of these were actually given to me as gifts, and they're books that I know that I will read cover to cover and enjoy reading cover to cover, but for the most part now I use Audible, and I actually have a subscription to Audible. If you aren't familiar with it, it's audiobooks. So I listen to books while I'm getting ready in the morning, and it feels so good because I can obtain so much information. I feel like I'm learning all the time, and I don't have a stack of books piling up in my room. I was also one to go to Chapters or Indigo. This is a big bookstore in Canada, and I love looking at books, and I found that I would buy multiples at a time and I wouldn't have time to read them all. I consume books faster on Audible, although I like to sit and read now that I have time to do that in the mornings, now that I'm in Italy. But still, when I moved, I ended up getting rid of a lot of books, some of which I haven't read, because I would go into these stores and feel so attracted by the books, and even stationery and cards. I would buy a bunch of those things because I loved the way that they looked, but the truth is I wound up with a whole bunch of things that I didn't necessarily need. So books is definitely something that I've stopped buying now that I've switched over to Audible. So next, decorations. I'm definitely one to love the change of seasons, and I love getting festive, especially for Christmas time. So I used to go out and buy a bunch of decorations at the dollar store, wherever else, and even simple decorations for the home when there was a sale, say at Urban Barn or another furniture store. I felt like when I saw a good deal on these things, I needed to buy them. And the truth is, you can go outside and experience fall and be festive. You can go treat yourself to a pumpkin spice latte and feel festive. You can go and sit at Starbucks and read a book or listen to a book like I mentioned and have yourself a nice coffee, and you can feel like you are taking part in the seasons in that way. You don't need to go to the dollar store and spend $20 on a million little decorations that are very cheap, poor quality, and you're just going to wind up throwing into the garbage. These things save you money too when you decide not to participate in them. I know it's difficult because the seasons are so wonderful and you want to get ready for them, but if you're going to invest in decorations, invest in nice ones that you know are going to last you quite some time. So next, this tip is for the ladies out there. I stopped buying feminine products and I now use a Diva Cup. If you're not sure what a Diva Cup is, I'll link it below. And basically, not buying a whole bunch of feminine products saves me a lot of space in my purse, saves me a lot of money in my wallet, and also saves the environment. So I'll make sure to link it below and you can check out what the product is and how it works. I'm personally very happy with it. I feel like it's a more natural and a cleaner way of doing things every month. So anyways, guys, I hope that these tips helped you. These are things that I stopped buying, so hopefully in this process as well, you will save some money. And if you have any other additional tips for everyone, leave them below because we can all help each other out here. And please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe below if you haven't, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!